स्वर्ग बनाए universal oneness whoa universal goodness whoa universal oneness whoa universal goodness whoa सबके सब में एक सी आत्मा सबका मालिक सबका ईश्वर एक पिता परमात्मा विश्व एकता विश्व प्रेम से विश्व में शांति आएगी एकता में ताकत है ये सुख शांति बरसाएगी विश्व एकता ला करके हम आए विश्व बचाए आए अपनी इस धरती को सुंदर स्वर्ग बनाए universal oneness whoa universal goodness whoa universal oneness whoa universal goodness whoa एक एक मिल जाने से हर मुश्किल हल हो जाती रंग बिरंगे फूलों से बगिया की शोभा बढ़ जाती विश्व एकता महायज्ञ में स्वार्थ को कर दे स्वाहा मैं मेरा की आहुति दे यही परम पिता ने चाहा
Om Shanti. Good evening to all the viewers, today's participants and well-wishers. The demo counseling by the students of counseling and spiritual topic for today's webinar is Maths Phobia. Counselor is Dr. Tulika Das. Like to give a brief introduction about today's counselor. Dr. Tulika Das is an ex-student of counseling and spiritual health. She was working as a faculty for one of the most reputed college in Kolkata. She has retired recently from the institute, but still continuing as a honorary counselor for the technical institute. And after completing her course of counseling and spiritual health, she has been rendering services for webinars almost for the last 3 years very successfully. With her in supportive role, we have Sister Rakhi Maharani. So Rakhi Maharani is from the education sector, working as a teacher in one of the PT school in Jammu and Kashmir. She's a private entrepreneur, and besides that, she's an excellent of counseling and spiritual health and practicing as a spiritual counselor for webinars now for the last 3 years very successfully. Today's session will be live on YouTube as well as Facebook. We request our viewers to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel for themselves and we accept any kind of mental health related counseling. Viewers can reach by referring the free counseling form from website name as www.spiritualseva.com.in. Also, we can be contacted on our WhatsApp number 9321074478. Now, with the remembrance of Shri Baba, with our Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher, Supreme Sadguru, and also Supreme Counselor. We also seek the blessing from our most loving Daditis and from senior brothers and sisters. I request our viewers to be with us for this session from the beginning to end. Now, may I request Dr. Tulika Dadi to start today's session and request our viewers also to be with us for this session from the beginning to end. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good evening, everybody. Mathematics is a fundamental part of our daily lives, from counting to measuring to more complex calculations. Using mathematics, we can identify relationships, we can comprehend patterns, and make future predictions. Mathematics helps us carry out a variety of important daily tasks. But for a long and apparently infinite time, mathematics has been regarded as a subject that induces fear and anxiety in many students. Mathematical anxiety or fear of maths, also known as math phobia, is a feeling of tension and anxiety that causes difficulty in solving mathematical problems in daily life and academic situations. Fear of mathematics is a global issue. According to a survey made in India in 2021, 82% of students from class 7 to class 10 are afraid of mathematics. So it is very important for parents to ensure that their children have a positive attitude towards maths. Teachers must be very patient while teaching the subject to their students. They must repeat the concepts as many times as possible so that children don't feel lost and confused. Parents may also talk about their own mathematical fears and tips that help them in overcoming their own anxiety, if any. Today, Sister Rakhi and I shall participate in the demo counseling session on math phobia. So, with the blessings of Parampita Paramatma, who besides being our Supreme Father, is also our Supreme Teacher and Supreme Counselor, we shall start today's session. Good evening, sister. Yesterday, when you called me, you seemed very much disturbed, and you said that you must meet me immediately. Please tell me what is worrying you.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Good evening. What I say to you, ma'am, first of all, my name is Shalini, and I come to you as usual problem, ma'am. Let's say my daughter is concerning my daughter. She is in 8th standard. That's why I'm coming here to you because I'm very upset concerning my daughter.
Okay, don't worry, sister. I'm sure both of us can find out a way to help her solve the problem. How old is she? Must be 12 to 13 years.
Oh, yes, ma'am. She is a 30 plus.
Okay, okay. So what is the problem she's facing now?
Ma'am, when she was in 7th standard, she liked her school very much, her teachers and friends. Even she's a very happy and lively child, ma'am. And when the holidays, if she have a holiday, she used to be very much upset because she could not meet his friends and teachers. She always remember her teachers, my friends. I want to meet my teacher. I want to meet my friends. So, but during after that, the school has started. She doesn't like the school and doesn't like want to go to the school. I have observed the very thought of going to school is making unhappy ma'am in nowadays, ma'am. I
Okay.
don't know why she's showing that kind of behavior.
What type of behavior is she showing now? Does she
Uh,
refuse to go to school?
yes, ma'am. Then she then observed everything. This year she is not feeling comfortable in mathematics. Actually, I want to say to you that because I'm here to you because she doesn't like the math. Even this year, her class teacher is taking mathematics and the science subject. Her teacher, class teacher, is very strict and her class and she told her कि I taking you your classes in 5 days a week.
Okay.
And then the first day she told them that mathematics is the master of all subjects, and all the students must pay special attention to this subject. So after completing a topic, she calls out the names to the blackboard and make each of them work out a problem in front of the whole class. Maybe that's the reason, na?
Oh, understand. Okay, sister, whom does she share all her problems with and good news with?
Ma'am, actually, she is the only child. Her father is a businessman, and he's almost out of home. And I'm a housewife.
Mhm.
She every time is with me, and I was sharing her problem with me. Even I go to market, I carry her. But nowadays, I seen her.
Okay. So then what
She
happened
avoids me.
actually?
She avoids me, ma'am. Even I found her crying in room, and I put my hand on her back, and I told her, crying is not a solution. If you
Exactly.
sit like in a very sad mood, the problem will not solve. But I also told her, you enjoying the class, but nowadays, what happening to you? She never told me. Even I told her, okay, beta, get up. I make you the favorite dish for your
Mhm.
lunch. She doesn't respond me.
Okay, okay. Then did she say what is actually happening in the school?
Uh, Actually, ma'am, uh, I uh, I openly told you that she this year she is not feeling comfortable in mathematics. As the teacher told her that every
Mathematics. Yes,
child,
yes.
I ask the students to come to the blackboard and write the solve the sum. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
the reason she doesn't like. She is not good in mathematics actually, na.
Okay. So she feels scared, no?
Yeah, yeah.
See, sister, actually, I must appreciate the teacher. She is giving special attention to the weaker students, isn't it? So that they improve. So why is your daughter disappointed then? She's scared of going to the board.
जैसे कि देखो ना my daughter is not very good at mathematics. I told you, and even but she never failed in math. But
Okay, okay.
she is afraid of he teacher called me and give me the if I wrong the sum, she's called
Achha.
me, and
Okay,
my friends will laugh at me. That's the
okay,
reason,
okay.
I think.
I understand the problem. Actually, she's suffering from math phobia.
I heard this word. Is this a serious problem? Never heard that word.
Okay, see, sister, this is not any type of physical illness. It is known as mathematical anxiety or fear of maths, also known as math phobia. See, the
Oh,
word phobia indicates a type of anxiety disorder that makes
yes,
someone very worried.
I observe her that she's every time anxiety,
Exactly.
sweating in her hands, fast breathing. Yes,
See,
I observe her.
so math phobia is a feeling of tension and anxiety that causes difficulty in solving mathematical problems. So don't
Oh,
worry. This is a very common problem. And according to a survey made in India in 2021, it is seen that 82% of students from classes 7 to 10 are afraid of mathematics. See, not only children, many adults also feel worried or stressed when faced with maths. See, some students face serious issues like depression, panic attacks, shivering, headache, nausea. See, some suffer from high heartbeat or feel hot and flustered, or face sweating and breathing problems, no? Just like your child is facing. See, due to negative impact on the health, the student may lose interest in the subject and refuse to study the subject anymore. So this is one reason why maths anxiety needs to be tackled at an early age. So you have come to me at the right time. I'm very much confident that your daughter will overcome math phobia very soon if you make her follow all the suggestions given to you.
So this means, ma'am, intelligent people are very good at mathematics. So does my child have low IQ level?
No, the good news is that although maths anxiety can lead to low performance in certain situations, it is not linked to intelligence or ability. See, in
really?
one study involving school children, most of the students who suffered from high maths anxiety scored good results in curricular maths test.
Oh, so is I feel worried now up to class 10. It is a compulsory subject. She must score high marks. If she doesn't take high marks, she doesn't take the good admission in good school.
Yes.
And
So
is maths is so important in our life, ma'am? I ask you.
you are wondering why it is a compulsory subject, no? If it is so difficult. See, mathematics is a discipline that develops reasoning and analytical abilities. See, this subject also enhances people's cognitive and decision-making skills. See, it is required in almost every field of study. Mathematics is the basis of engineering. See, every field of engineering includes mathematics. Computer science, chemical engineering, civil, mechanical, automobile, and aeronautical engineering are some branches which depend upon mathematics. See, maths is the foundation for several subjects like physics, chemistry, economics, accountancy, statistics. See, you will be surprised to know that maths is a crucial component of many technologies we use every day. For example, computer algorithms, mobile phones, internet, and software use advanced mathematical concepts such as calculus, linear algebra, algorithms to complete every task and command in a proper series of actions. So don't be upset. It's a universal belief that mathematics is a difficult subject by perception.
Mhm.
So the very thought that it is a difficult subject arouses anxiety. In fact, according to psychologist Dr. Thomas Hunt of the University of Derby, most adults experience anxiety in mathematics at some point, although girls and women are more commonly affected.
Okay, so ma'am, please tell me how can I help her?
Okay, see, sister, first of all, you must explain to her that whatever symptoms she is facing at present is due to anxiety or maths. Okay, so she must first acknowledge and accept that she has fear for maths. Once she accepts and realizes this, it becomes very easy to take steps that will help remove any stress or panic caused by the subject. See, next you find mathematics cause stress and panic. No, so breathing exercises will help to calm the mind. See, sister, no one can solve any problem with a disturbed mind, isn't it?
Yeah,
So a
yeah.
calm mind is very important for tasks that require critical thinking and problem solving. So make her practice breathing exercises or pranayam every morning. See,
Okay.
next, sister, she must change her negative attitude towards maths into a positive attitude. This is very, very important. Explain to her that maths is essential in everyday activities, from shopping to cooking to traveling. Everywhere we need maths. No one can avoid shopping. Tell her
Yeah.
shopping is the area where we apply fundamental mathematical concepts. We use maths, determine the best deal, calculate the quantity to be purchased, the weight, the price per unit, the discount, and the overall cost of the item before making a purchase. See, we also use maths when calculating the total purchase cost to ensure that we are sticking to the budget and have enough money to cover the cost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
I
You
understand.
agree? So see, you will be surprised to know that math is involved in cooking and baking also. We use mathematics to measure ingredients,
Oh.
determine their quantity, the
Mm.
ratio of various components, cooking techniques, cookware to be used, and many other things. See, we also measure the temperature for baking. A basic understanding of fractions and ratios and the ability to perform simple calculations is required. See, sister, whether you are driving to school or planning a trip, math is essential for navigation and travel. We use mathematical concepts to measure distance, speed,
Oh.
and time acceleration. A
Mhm.
driver uses maths to make calculations, adjustments, and change gears. Maps and GPS use geometry and trigonometry to calculate distances. See, we all want to manage and wisely spend our time, isn't it? So when our day begins in the morning, we make a suitable timetable for the day. So to complete our tasks within a specific time, we do straightforward calculations. Even the simple task of reading the analog clock involves mathematics. Children love sports, isn't it? Numbers are very important in sports. See, nowadays all children love music and dancing. Hmm? Here, numbers and mathematics are used to describe and teach music. Understanding fractions and ratios helps to understand musical note rhythm. Simple mathematical procedures are used to improve coordination while dancing. See, maths is an integral part of our routine exercise. We use it to count the repetitions, calculate time, measure weights, and so many other things. So in conclusion, mathematics is a subject that we use in our everyday life, from simple calculations to more complex problem solving. It is a powerful tool that helps us understand and navigate the world around us. Therefore, it is important to understand basic maths concept. So talk to your daughter freely, explain all that I have discussed with you now. Tell her that we cannot survive without mathematics. When she understands that maths is indispensable in everyday life, she will change her negative attitude into positive attitude towards mathematics. Sister, once she is convinced, you must tell her to attend all classes in maths, right? For her own benefit. She must not miss a single class.
Okay.
Also, explain to her that her teacher truly wants her students to learn maths so that they can choose any discipline in their higher studies and become successful in any profession they join. See, she wants to ensure that inadequate knowledge in maths does not cause a hindrance in the life of her students later on. So she must understand how much concerned her teacher is. No, she's thinking teacher is very strict and the teacher will scold her when she walks to the board and she can't solve the problem. Friends will laugh at her. No, what her teacher is just, she's so much concerned about her students. So she wants them to solve all maths problem easily. Another thing, sister, parents' attitude towards math is also reflected in the child's attitude. So being a mother, never say that maths is very difficult. Instead, encourage her and make her avoid negative self-talk. See, you can do one thing. You make her write some sentences which will motivate her in maths. So on several pieces of paper, let her write down some sentences and keep them in places where she will notice them. For example, she can write maths is a very easy subject. Learning mathematics is fun.
Okay.
Maths is very interesting. Maths is the best thing in this world because it is true and logical. She can
Mhm.
also write mathematics is the biggest motivation because it
Okay.
starts from 0 and goes up to infinity. So the whole day, as she studies, eats, walks about, does her work, she will notice them.
Okay.
And she will keep on reading them and thinking about them. And slowly, slowly, she will change her self-talk into positive one. Okay.
Oh.
Another thing, sister, you must make her practice maths daily. This is very, very important. See, practice and patience are the two keys that will enable your child to overcome her stress and anxiety related to maths. With regular practice, you can help her become confident of the subject. No, she will gain confidence only when she will be able to solve the problems. See, sister,
Mhm.
practice makes perfect, isn't it? So
Really.
this proverb is particularly true for maths.
Okay.
Math is a subject that demands constant practice to gain expertise. So regular practice will help her to understand the complexities of the subject. So help her to make a timetable in which she puts in at least 1 hour for maths practice daily. See, even if she practices 5 problems daily, what happens? At the end of 1 month, she will have solved 150 problems, isn't it? See,
Okay.
hard work is always repaid. And it is also true that there is no shortcut to success. Isn't it? You'll agree with me?
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, definitely.
maths problems help students immensely. Whenever the teacher calls a student to the board, she can work out the problem in a rough copy, right?
Okay.
She can then volunteer to go to the board and work out the problem when her friends make a mistake. This will add a lot of fun and excitement in learning the subject. No, that's why
Mhm.
only her teacher has introduced this method, no, in class. So all the children will enjoy learning together. See, tell her that mistakes are bound to happen because all of them are students. They are just learning and they are not experts on the subject. So she can also make a mistake. Mistakes give us an opportunity to learn and grow. Then she will not feel afraid of making mistakes. Another thing, sister, I must say that learning and mastering math is not a one-way process. Rather, it is a two-way process. So tell her to ask questions and get all her doubts cleared in class there and then. The
Okay.
teacher will understand that she's following the class and she will take special interest in her. Another thing
Oh.
I want to repeat is that you must demonstrate the usefulness of the subject. So I suggest, no, you said when you go to the market, you take her along with her. So
Mhm.
next time when you go to the groceries or any other shop, tell her
Okay.
to calculate the grocery bill and
Okay.
get the right amount of change. See, so in that way she will get interest. See, when you cook from a recipe, tell her to
Yeah.
find out the weights of the ingredients you need. So fear of the subject will disappear when she
Mhm.
understands that maths is required everywhere. No, not
Oh.
only in school, in the at home, during cooking, during shopping, everywhere we require maths, right? While driving. So if she follows all the tips I've given you, it will become easy for her to develop math skill and her confidence level will also rise. Another thing, sister, let me make it clear to you. Maths is
Mhm.
not a challenging subject, but regular practice can make it easier to grasp the subject soon.
Oh.
Follow?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Ma'am, I understand everything, but why do many students fail in mathematics?
See, sister, when students think that mathematics is a difficult subject, they
Hmm.
feel afraid and
Yeah,
develop a negative attitude towards the subject. So, what happens? They stop practicing hard. As a result, they get nervous during the time of test or examination.
yeah.
So, what happens? They do not score good marks in mathematics tests and examinations. So, because of low marks, they become demotivated and they gradually lose total interest in that subject. So, maths is a subject that requires constant and regular practice.
Already.
And lastly, I want to tell you something.
Hmm.
You can make her practice visualization. See, children are very good at visualization. So when she goes to sleep at night, tell her to visualize that her teacher is calling her to go to the blackboard. She's very happy. She walks up to the board confidently. She
Mm.
works out the problem confidently. Teachers
Okay.
congratulating her. Her friends are clapping their hands, and she's very, very happy.
Oh, I understand, ma'am.
So see, so she will visualize no everything. In this way, she will gradually gain confidence in maths and will always do well. See, sister, I have convinced you.
Oh, definitely, ma'am. You solve my problem very much because, and you remember me my childhood days. I share my experience when
Yes, yes.
I also afraid in maths, ma'am. But when I solve the problems, I feel happy. And math is
Exactly.
my favorite subject. If
Oh,
if
very.
my friends even in at this age, everyone says math is a very difficult subject. But your counseling makes me remembering me my
Your childhood
previous
days,
days
no?
because I forget my childhood days, but because of the reason I my daughter takes my daughter very seriously. But you remember
Exactly.
me ki how I studying, and you makes even when I was in childhood, I makes every day practice, lot of
Exactly, sister.
practice.
See,
Then
sister.
I scored high marks in the maths, and
Okay,
if
okay.
one I also tell you that कि maths, if you solve the problem, so you take full marks. If the
Exactly.
sum is
Right.
mark, one question is marked 10 marks, so if your answer is correct, you will be
Then I'm
received
dead.
10 marks. In English
Exactly.
math, in English
No.
history, you never take the full marks,
Full
10
marks,
out of
right.
10. But in
Yes,
math,
yes,
you
yes.
take 10 out of 10. So you makes me
Exactly.
childhood period, but and you
Right.
I understand कि math is very important, and but I mother ना कहते हैं ना कि
Exactly.
माँ को होता है कि माँ का नाम ही है कि वो बच्चे को खुश देखे, और वो कहती है ना कि
Exactly.
इजी इजी रहे। तो मैं माँ के वर्ष में आ गई थी जैसे, बट you makes me out of it, and I also follow these rules, and I also make the chart whenever she going
Exactly.
to in a room, wherever she
Mhm.
goes, I make the chart ki math is very easy subject, and ma'am, you counseling me. if I
Yes,
if
sister.
I happy, to my child will also happy na. If you make
Exactly.
other, I also makes other children to be happy because all the her friends na says auntie math is very difficult, so my I also afraid, so I tell them you are learn English, Hindi, science. So but I told them ki forget the math, math को देखा जाएगा, but
No, no,
math
sister.
very easy subject, and you visualize you tell me do the exercise of visualization. तो वो
Exactly.
ये activity तो I will definitely tell her to doing this. So
Mhm.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Your counseling is very perfect. I think you make. I think I take you come again, but your first session makes me very comfortable. And thank you, ma'am.
Oh,
क्योंकि कहते हैं ना कि I have mother and housewife. Housewife का निकलना बाहर बड़ा is very difficult. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
thank you, sister, for coming forward at the right time for my suggestions. I wish
Yes,
your daughter success in life. All
thank
the
you,
very
ma'am.
best. Om
Thank
Shanti.
you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Purika Taji, learned counselor for today's webinar, Maths Phobia. Counselor is the mother of his friend who is just passed the 7th standard and got admission for the 8th class. It is as per the mother's say that her child was very excited and very much interested to learn at her own, study at her own, was a good student, and always used to report about the school, whatever used to happen with our friends and the teacher, very good liking the children and the friends in the class. Suddenly, when she got the admission, the 8th standard, things entirely changed for her, and she refused to talk to her mother about her study in the class. And also, she says that she hates her math teacher and was stopped taking interest in her study. So, after talking to her and the teacher, the mother found out that the reason for her getting upset with the study was the anxiety about the maths, which she not able to cope up in the state class. So this is a very common problem among the children. As per the counselor's survey or the finding also, it's a global phenomenon and 82% children find that maths is not a difficult subject for them. The main reason for the anxiety is that either they don't open with their parents, they don't tell their problems to teacher, and they never a one-to-one discussion in the school, or maybe that also sometimes with the mothers, the children are not very good in maths. So they also don't entertain their children. They cannot tell their children how to cope up with this problem with anxiety, which is the maths subject. After discussing with the counselor, with the mother of the 8th standard, the problems we have discussed faced by a child, and the counselor knew that there was many negative thoughts, many wrong beliefs in the child's mind, and also because the cooperation was not coming from the school side, and there was nobody was there to overcome her fear and anxiety about the subject of the maths. So the first suggestion given by our counselor, this needs to be addressed at the earliest. The subject is about the anxiety due to the non understanding problem with the child is facing. That's the main reason. So acknowledge your fear. This is a fear because certain children they never face the situation in the earlier classes, and suddenly when they find that they are not able to do it, they don't discuss with them, and also they don't know whom to ask. If the mother is not there good enough to the maths and they don't get any help from their parent. Also at the same time, in the school also, there is no one-to-one communication between the student and the class teacher. If the fear is acknowledged and the things are discussed at length, the class teacher and student maybe the 90% of problem can sort it out. Second suggestion as given by the negative thoughts are there which keep the children away from understanding and learning the maths. Maths is not very difficult, but the only thing is that you should open up and start with someone who can sit them and devote the time at least 1 or 2 hours every day. A child find interesting and they know that they can lean on somebody whom they can trust and whom they can talk to. The communication is not there because children sometimes they think that if they ask the teacher, then teacher will say that you're not good enough, you are like this, you are like that. Then they feel sometimes ashamed also, and their self-esteem is also very low. So the children they start avoiding the math classes and they absent themselves and they get the fear. In this way, they don't eat also properly. They don't study. The health also deteriorates. They bunk the classes. And they hate not only the children but also because why they cannot cope up with this. So those all negative thoughts should be avoided. And children trust should be gained by the parents and the children. And it doesn't matter if they don't understand. Because there's still time. And if they start practicing from the beginning, then they will start taking interest in this. So it's a question of interest, question of understanding.
Bhaji, you are mute.
I,
Only the better, if possible, the teacher should arrange the extra classes for the students who are weak in maths so that they can gain the confidence and they should know that there is somebody available to them for any kind of queries with their heart. Because their fears are answered, if the questions are answered, then they will start taking interest. So once they find that maths is interesting, then they will start taking interest. The fourth suggestion, practice as much as you can. So that they can take the help of the parents also, maybe if they got in their home some coaching classes there, which they can attend with the permission of the parents. So that's the solution. And maths is their learning methods. Useful learning methods means it should be made fun for the children when they go to the mall or maybe when they go to the grocery shop. The parents should tell them this is the money which you are giving to us. Go to the store, buy the things, and then do all the marketing at their own so that they will know it because maths is very important in their practical life also. Because sometimes you feel the children who are illiterate also, they may not know anything, but they're good in practical things. When they have the money, they know it that money is very important. So important the money is there only if the child knows for the counting, plus, minus, division, multiplication. They are simple things. For which they should it should be made like a fun. Some game should be there with the through there they can treat them with the maths also. So some learning methods are there nowadays. To the games also, with which the children will start taking interest in them. And then other session practice mindfulness exercise. Because the anxiety is there for the math, So breathing exercise are very important. For the children like this who are not able to cope up with the subject. So that also possible is there. And implement massive real life scenario. Real life scenarios, children should be given independent that they should save money for themselves and ask them how much you are saving and ask, make it a fun. And at least 3-4 times mother can ask the 100 rupees they are giving to you, you have to buy so many things like tea, powder, milk, etc. etc. This is how much will be left, how much you are saving. So they know when they have them their own money. So they will start knowing it that what disadvantage they will have if they don't learn the math. So thank you very much, London Counselor. Session was very important because if the anxiety of the maths is not sorted out in the beginning of their career, so maybe this fear they will have throughout their life. And with the result, when they grow up, when they become adults, so then they have to take the help of someone and they feel themselves foolish if they are not able to do the exercise or the calculator or not. So this is very important to know that this can be avoided or this negative fear should be there for their life. So nowadays, also one more important thing is that don't make your children dependent on the calculator because once they become dependent, then they will not solve this problem at their own. Let them to practice every day and through real life problem solving in their daily life. They should ask, sit with the parent, sit with the teachers, and ask any queries, any fear which they got, and hopefully their queries should be sorted out. And when they practice, they will find that this is a big fun. So the more they take the interest, the more they'll be able to overcome it. So thank you very much to the London Counselor. And the session was very important. But in this case, the help of the parents and children and teachers are required, which hopefully they'll get the support from their school and at home. So session comes to an end. This is any kind of mental health related counseling. We establish between the free counseling from website name as www.speechsera.com.in. We also can be contacted at number 92107 session comes to an notice. Thank you.